Hello everyone and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. Change, it's in the air. But please listen to me, fellow Catholics and other Christians. Change cuts both ways. It's us who need to change. We are the change the world has been waiting for. We have always been the change since the moment our Lord founded the church on Blessed Peter. We must change the world, and we must change the world through our own holiness, personally and collectively. However much we've been striving to be holy, none of us is holy enough. If we haven't been striving, we need to start. If this has the ring of a pep talk to a football team, so be it. I went to Notre Dame and it's in my blood. But sports often has very useful analogies to life. After all, isn't that one reason parents encourage their kids to play sports? So they learn greater life lessons about sportsmanship and teamwork and discipline. Well, allow me, if you will, for a moment to indulge in the sports analogy. Every team always has different sorts of players, guys or girls with different skill levels and attitudes. Some players are fiercely dedicated and always put out 110%. Others are lazy and need constant yelling at. They need to be constantly motivated. But no team advances to its goal without the cooperation of each member pulling his or her own weight. The church is practically in ruins in the West these days because despite the efforts of a few dedicated members, most of us have been lazy Catholics. We haven't cared enough. Fine, done with. Start caring. Now is the time. But to return to the sports theme for a moment, sometimes on some teams, there's a player here or there who actually works against the team, quietly undermining the collective effort. In sports, this is usually because of gambling and backroom deals with odds makers, but it's always to advance a personal, selfish agenda over and above that of the team. It would be extremely naive not to recognize this has been the case within the church for many years now. People wearing the same uniform but not following the same playbook. This is one area where change is needed, and none of us can sit around waiting for someone else to do the changing. To borrow a line, we are the change we've been waiting for. What I'm talking about is revolutionary change. Solid, authentic, bold, take no prisoners revolution. We are in a death struggle with the forces of darkness, and we must fight until we die. The struggle, in fact, is the only way we actually win. Precisely by dying is how we win. We must die to ourselves, as our Lord commands us, and we must die to the world, as St. Paul reminds us. How do we roll back the breakwater of evil that is fast rising against the church? We must gird our loins, put on the armor of battle, and fight. Never give in. Never give in things great and things small. Never, never, never give in. Make no compromise with evil. Our Lord says the kingdom of heaven comes as through violence. The violence to which he refers is violence against our own selves and all that is rotten within, so we may be made holy and stand upright against a culture of death and immorality that is swamping our nation and civilization. What is the solution to the woes of modern man, the isolation, the despair, the lifting up of messianic political figures who will absolutely disappoint? What is the solution? A Catholic revolution is the solution, nothing less. Fight, fight, fight the evil within, fight the evil without. Get out of bed every morning and fight for souls. Let nothing else matter. Let nothing be more important than this sacred duty to battle against the forces of Satan and bring souls back to Christ, who loves all of us with such deep, intense passion. Get to Christ in the Eucharist. Seek refuge and succor in the arms of His Holy Mother. Fall in love again, or for the first time, with beauty for its own sake, truth for its own splendor, love for its own origin, which is Christ Himself. If the evil outcome of this election serves no other purpose than to ignite a Catholic revolution that will rise up and drown the very fires of hell itself, then the coming persecution will be worth the cost. Take heart and never give in. Be imitators of our first-century Catholic forebears who sang on their way to the lions and the arenas of the empire. And when earthly life finally escapes us, we will sing with all the saints in glory, and make St. Paul's words our last. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. I'm Michael Vorse.